Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, this channel focuses on the ins and outs of living abroad in the beautiful country of Poland. Now today, this video is going to focus on the benefits of building an international community. Let's get started. Now before I start this video, this is my second take. And the first kind of take that I recorded, it was boring as fudge. It was so boring that when I looked at it, I was like, you cannot put that on YouTube. That is just so boring. So take two. I'm gonna try to inject a little personality into this and let's have fun. Like, we're here to have fun. You're watching my video because, you want something entertaining, something, with little facts, but also with a little fun. So we're talking about building an international community. So I live in Poland and I've had the opportunity to live in several other countries. In addition to that, I've had the opportunity to travel, many countries. And in doing that, I've met some amazing people and have been able to build this kind of awesome global community. Now, I have to admit that my core friends are my best friends. Actually, I met in America, and coincidentally, the stars aligned, and all of my core friends actually live in Europe besides two, and obviously my beautiful sister. So the majority of my core friends live in Europe, and I have a few of my friends that live in the States. But even with those friends that live in the States, they are part of my international community in the sense that they kind of align with my idea, and I think they would agree with the benefits that I'm going to present to you today. The number one item on this list is definitely an eye-opener in the sense that I kind of grew up with the idea or the concept that people that I should build a community with, or that, it would be easiest to build a community with people that I look like and with people that share, my spirituality, and people that kind of are like me, more so on like a surface level. I've found. And so therefore with that, when I started meeting people from different walks of life, I definitely saw that my perception of the world and my perception of myself changed. And I found that I went from thinking that, people that look like me and people that share maybe like my gender expression, my sexuality, and people that share kind of like my race or share my ethnic background were the people that I would gel most with. And building an international community, I found that is not 101% true, and that there are other ways to connect with people that I didn't even know was possible. Number two feeds, directly into number one, and that is that friendship is not based on like these superficial and surface attributes that I, kind of fell into that trap of believing. And, I found that my international community, although a lot of members of my international community do look like me and do share some of my core beliefs or kind of share some aspects of the way I choose to express myself, but I've also found that my international community is completely different from me in several ways. And what gels us together is, well, number one, we have chosen to live, abroad, and we don't live in our home countries. So that is one factor that kind of gels us together. But in addition to that, we're willing to do things that are different. We're willing to shake things up, and we're willing to take risks. And when you meet people that are willing to take risks, obviously smart risks, you kind of you kind of meet people who are courageous and people who have, guts. And that definitely is a benefit of surrounding yourself with a global community. Now, the biggest and probably the most important attribute on this list is that having an international community increases your level of openness. Now, when you think of openness, or when I, thought of openness, I just thought about like, okay, openness to different cultures and openness to, different people's different thoughts or people's different ways of being. And it dawned on me that although those are important, the level of openness that I've gained is the ability to change and the ability to, change my behavior, in addition to, change the country that I live in. But it's also to like change and really look at myself critically and to kind of check myself when I make a mistake, and not to be mad at myself, but to see that check or to see that kind of self-evaluation as growth. And having an international community and having people who do things differently and having people who are risk takers has definitely shaped me and giving me kind of the courage to be open, but open, I would say, in a more holistic way. Last, and certainly not least on this list, is that building international community increases your level of international competence. Now, before I give you the definition of this, I've written this definition down on my handy dandy pad, and it's, perfect. I don't need to change it, so I'm gonna read it. But I just wanted, I wore this tangent. I wore this hoodie because I think it's super cool. And I'm gonna lift it up. It has this really cool dog on it, and I'm wearing it because I think it's super cute. So I just wanted to show you that, to give you, a little view of this beautiful dog. But anyways, let's get back to the seriousness of this video. So international competency or international competence is, here we go, is the skills, values, and behaviors needed to thrive in a more diverse and interconnected world. And, what the things that are going on in the world right now, we kind of understand how interconnected the world is, and we understand the value of being able to be part of that and being able to thrive in such a world. So living abroad and choosing to be part of an international community has definitely leveled up my international competency. To end this video, I just want to mention that it's super important to be kind to one another and to keep having fun. I've almost forgotten that, these last few days and, actually these last few weeks. And have fun and remember to be kind, and ultimately be kind. Anyhow, so if you like this type of content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you next week.